Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As winter settles gently across West Yorkshire, Nostell Priory becomes a place of quiet beauty. The grounds feel calm and restful at this time of year, a landscape shaped by centuries of care, but softened now by bare branches, crisp air and subtle colours of the season. Today's walk takes us through the peaceful winter scenes across the lakesides, woodland paths and the open parkland once shaped for the Grand Georgian estate. We begin our wander at the start of the main footpath, just outside of the visitors' courtyard. Even in the colder months there's a sense of warmth here, a soft stone building, that neat, stable courtyard, and the hint of history in every direction. But it's the grounds that call us onwards, the winter light giving everything a softened edge. Long shadows stretch across the grass. The air feels clear and still. Our path will lead on towards the lower lake. In the summer this route is busy with walkers, families and cyclists, but in the winter it completely changes. The trails are quieter, the colours are more subdued, there's space to breathe. The trees along the edges of the lake stand tall and bare, creating patterns across the pale sky. Their reflections ripple softly in the cold water as ducks glide across the surface. As you approach the lakeside, the soundscape changes. You might hear the distant call of a coot, or the soft movement of winter birds searching the shoreline. The waterfowl here stay active throughout the colder months, tufted ducks, mallards, and if you're lucky, the flash of a goosander simply cutting its way smoothly across the lake. They don't mind the weather, they simply get on with the day, wrapped in their thick winter feathers. The paths curve uphill and give you a viewpoint of the water. Nostell Priory's lakes were designed more than 250 years ago as part of the Grandscape vision by the acclaimed designer Capability Brown. Even stripped back in winter, his work still feels elegant. Long sweeping lines, gentle slopes and calm expanses of water that shape the estate's mood. Everything feels deliberate yet natural, a quiet balance between human design and nature's seasonal changes. From there you can head into the woodland sections of the estate. Winter brings out textures that you might miss other times of years. The bark on the oak trees looks deeper and richer after the rains, and the leaves on the remaining branches glow softly in the faded copper tones. The woodland feels cosy in its own way, with the muffled crunch of leaves beneath your feet and the rustling of branches above. This is a good place to pause and notice smaller details: moss on fallen logs, tiny ferns tucked into the roots, and delicate shapes of winter fungi cling to the decaying wood. Nostell has a mixture of ancient trees and newer woodland, creating habitats that stay lively even in the colder months. Even when the flowers are absent, there's so much quiet life here. As the trees begin to thin, the path brings us into the open parkland. This space gives a completely different perspective, with wide views across the winter fields and distant outlines of the estate buildings. On clearer days, sunlight can feel surprisingly warm. Even when the air is cold, it casts a gentle shadow across the frosted grass, and you might see dog walkers in the distance enjoying the landscapes. From here the route continues towards the middle lake. This area has a softer, more natural feel, with reeds and overhanging branches creating little hideaways for birds and wildlife. In the winter, the lake takes on a silvery colour, reflecting the muted tones of the sky. This is a lovely spot to simply slow down, listen to the stillness, and appreciate the calm that the season brings. As you follow the path along the shoreline, you may notice some of the remains of the old estate features: subtle banks, shaped paths and stone markers that hint at Nostell's long history. The estate dates past many centuries, and while the grand house is still the main landmark, the grounds themselves tell just as many stories. Winter has a way of revealing these hidden traces, stripping back the layers of foliage and giving us a clearer view of the landscape structure. Further along, the path again turns gently upwards. This stretch is especially pretty in winter. Trees arch overhead, their branches forming patterns against the pale sky. There's something peaceful about the simplicity of it all. Just the quiet rhythm of walking, the soft winter air, and the calm surroundings of this historic estate. As the path descends, we once again can return to the lakeside. The upper lake is perhaps more atmospheric in the winter. The edges feel wilder, with overgrown reeds and natural woodlands blending together. If you visit early in the morning, you might see the mist rising from the water, drifting slowly across the surface before lifting into the trees. Even later in the day, the lake holds a sense of stillness that's perfect for quiet reflection. As you continue around the lake, look out for winter birds along the water's edge, robins perched on low branches, blackbirds searching through leaf litter, and flocks of long-tailed tits moving quickly between the trees. Their movement brings a little energy to the calm landscape, little sparks of life against the muted colours of the seasons. Eventually, the path will lead back towards the main estate buildings, and from here the view of Nostell Priory itself opens up beautifully. The grand Georgian facade stands proudly at the top of this gentle slope, softened by the winter light. Even from a distance, the scale of this architecture is impressive. It reminds you just how important this estate has been throughout the centuries, and how much care has gone into preserving it. But today, our walk belongs not to the grandeur, but to the quiet pockets of nature that surround it. The frosted grass, the bare trees, the cold water, the winter skies, each adds a layer of beauty to the experience. Nostell Priory in winter isn't loud or dramatic, it's a gentle, calm and thoughtful, a place where you can wander at your own pace, let the world slow down, and enjoy the simple pleasures of a crisp, peaceful walk. As we finish our walk and we turn towards the courtyard, there's a feeling of contentment that often comes with winter walks. The cool air leaves you refreshed. The scenery lingers in your mind long after you've left. Whether you visit for a short stroll or spend the whole afternoon exploring, Nostell Priory offers something special at this time of year, a chance to reconnect with the landscape during its quiet, more subtle seasons. Thank you for joining me in this winter walk through the grounds of Nostell Priories. If you enjoyed this calm wander, feel free to explore the more peaceful places with me. There's always another path to follow, another landscape to enjoy. Until next time, take care and happy walking. Once again, thanks for watching. Please like and share and consider subscribing. It will help the channel grow. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Please enjoy the remaining footage of the walk.